Hey friends, welcome back to the Vermont Center for Photography, James Diane Library. I'm here today with another book of the week. Today we're going to be talking about Diane Arbus's Aperture Monograph. This isn't a particularly rare photo book or overdone in its printing and production. It's pretty straightforward volume, but it's highly influential in the history of photography books and something that was very influential to me. This was one of the first photo books that I ever purchased where I realized the power of pictures in a book format as opposed to prints in a gallery wall. It's really expertly put together and it creates a very great archive of some of Diane Arbus's most well-known photographs from across her career that was unfortunately cut short in the early 70s when she committed suicide. One of the things that I find very fascinating about this particular book is how Arbus treats children. There are many photographs throughout it of young people in situations and scenes where they may seem a bit out of their element, right? Here they are at a ballroom dance championship in Yonkers, New York. It's a crying baby in New Jersey in 1967. And this family has always just sort of stood out to me as an incredible portrait of this group of people, right? We've got these young parents, title, A Young Brooklyn Family Going for a Sunday Outing in New York City, 1966. But there's a certain tension and uncertainty, a look on all of their faces that sort of broadcasts this sense of, we're not really sure what we're doing, but we're doing our best. And I think that's something that comes through in some of Arbus's photographs. There was a lot of controversy about Arbus and the way that she would sort of use a very confrontational style in her photography and sort of, right, crying children, very close-up pictures of people on the street with sort of maybe far away gazes or looks in their eyes. And people would often say that Arbus was perhaps exploiting some of the pictures, or some of the people in the pictures rather. I do want to point out one of the other books that we do have here in the library at VCP, Revelations. This book was created as part of an exhibition at the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art. And this book is an incredible document of Arbus's work that really not only shows you some of the things that you may not have seen from her photography, but really gives an incredible background as to how she had some relationships with her subjects. And so in this book, you find all kinds of interviews and writings and a real deeply researched and presented chronology of Arbus's work over all of those years. So a great deal more context to the work of Diane Arbus than we find in the monograph. But the monograph remains sort of this standout image and is certainly, the front cover grabs your attention right away. You may, if you're a cinema fan, recognize sort of a little echo or connection to Stanley Kubrick's The Shining here on the front cover. It sort of stands out as this sort of image of these twins that has sort of an innocence of these two young girls in dresses, being sisters, being together, but also this oddness and weirdness that Arbus was so expert at capturing through her lens. So this is one of a couple of different Diane Arbus books we do have here in the VCP library. We've got Revelations, we've got In the Beginning, which takes you back to some of the earlier work, and Untitled. So if you're interested, come to VCP, take a look at some of these books or some of the other thousands that we do have here on our shelves. The library is open whenever VCP is, and if you're a member, you can check these books out, take them home and enjoy them that way. I'm Luke, I love photography books, and I look forward to seeing you again in a few weeks with a new photography book. We do have some other Diana, her photo, all right, let's cut. Hello once again, and what am I doing? Graph take 4.